Okay, good evening everyone. This is Maurice Garden, and this is an update to the video that I made 2 weeks ago. I just wanted to show you the progress that I have made. As you can see, when I first video recorded the garden that I'm starting from seeds, and I want to emphasize that it is very easy to go out and buy plants that's already made, but I just wanted to challenge myself to start everything from seeds. Of course, it's a lot cheaper when you do it that way also. So I just wanted to get the most for my money and just really start gardening for a price, to cut back on food bill and things of that nature. And just, I just hope this season is good for me. I'm really new to this. I've gardened a little before, but I've done like tomatoes, but nothing else really extravagant. So this year I went all out. And again, this is an update to the video of my first video. And if you go back on my first video, you will see that I just had a container, this container actually, of vegetables. And I have really expanded. It is literally taken over my outside table. And I have more to show you. So I counted yesterday. I think I have about 100 and something plants, and I'm just super excited. My yard is pretty a nice size, so I can pretty much grow anything, fortunately, and I think I'm blessed in that area, because I know some people are limited to a certain amount of space, but I live in the country in a very rural area, and that's all it is land. So I'm fortunate in that area. I don't have the challenge as far as space is concerned. Okay, so let's just go on. I just want to show you some of my plants. Super excited. This is cucumber, and what I did was label them. I started off. Let me find. Okay, here's one. I started off with these cups. This is squash, and I really didn't think that they were very effective because I don't think it gives the plant like a lot of room to grow. So I decided next year I will not use these little cups. I will use I believe the 16, I don't think they're 16 ounces, 12 ounce cups. I think they're 12 ounces cups. And so these cups I'm finding a lot better and gives the plant more room to grow. And this is broccoli. I want to say something about broccoli. I don't know if anyone else has had this challenge, but please help me. I feel like broccoli has been very hard for me to grow. I don't know. We're in the state of Virginia, and we have had today, it's April the 6th, and last month in March we had like almost record temperatures, 80 degrees, 80 something degree weather. So it's been very summer like. And I do believe broccoli is more on the cooler side of temperatures, like a cool vegetable. So I think maybe that has had some type of effect on my broccoli. But I just feel like my broccoli haven't done that well. I hope it survived. I hope it lasts. I actually wasn't going to, I'm moving on. I actually wasn't going to do corn in the cup, but I wanted to start everything from seeds in cup and have it going. And one reason for doing that is I wanted to be a nice size before I put it in the ground. And what I'm doing is, and I'm a pan over here, and this is my backyard, and I think I showed some of it in my first video. And you can see it's not much progress has been done on my raised flower bed. My husband did that frame. He has to put another layer up because we want at least 10 inches, and that's what we have heard. 10 inches is pretty good deep. So he's a very hard working man, so I'm going to give him time. But anyway, my plants are still growing, and they're not the size that I want them to be before I transplant them. And I'm also not comfortable with this weather. Like I said, in March it was 80 something degrees. I mean, we had a hot March in Virginia. Today is April the 6th again, and it's probably about 61 degrees out here now. So it's back down to spring. So I'm just not comfortable that the frost is completely gone in Virginia. We have had snow in April. So I'm just not comfortable with the weather and putting my plants out. And I know they said raised flower beds are warmer and all of that. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to not push it, give my plants time to grow more. I have, moving on, I have some, let me back out. Here I have some peppers. And what I've been seeing is I normally don't put any more than 3 seeds within a pot. And as you can see, I probably have 2, 4, 6, 8, probably about 9 or 10 plants. So what I would do is thin those out. I'm waiting for those to grow higher just a little bit more. And then I'm going to thin them out and put them in each individual thing. Now, with that being said, that leads me to having a lot of plants. Because I'm using, for my soil, I told you on the first video, I was using some potting soil that I had. And I didn't want it to go to waste. But I purchased some, it's in a yellow bag, and it's called cow manure from Lowe's. And also the compost and manure. It's about $2 and something cents for the compost and the manure. And then the cow manure in the yellow and with the black writing, it's about $5. I have found that cow manure and the compost mixture together just I feel like have done wonders for my plants. So I'm using that, and I'm saying that to say I feel like I'm getting more yield, more plants out of just a couple of seeds, 2 or 3 seeds. I'm getting like a lot of plants. For my tomatoes, I have so many tomatoes. This is just one. This is the cherry tomato. I have so many of those that I had to thin out. Because in a pot about that size, I yielded about 20 something to 30 tomato plants. So that to me was amazing. I have never seen that. And maybe, again, I'm new at this, so maybe it is normal. But I just feel like I'm just getting, and that's another one, tomato. Just producing a tremendous amount. I believe these is cucumbers. And I have 3 in there, so I'll wait till they get a little higher and I'll thin that out and put them. So I have more than enough plants. Okay, then we're gonna go over here. It's not anything growing. This is kind of like my misfit. This not doing much or anything. I bought this little greenhouse from Walmart for about $3, I think $3.50, and it has about 36 spots in it where you can plant. And I have some parsley, some chili peppers, and some sunflowers. And I didn't know about sunflowers, but now I found out that people plant sunflowers in their garden. I told you guys I was new at this, but it brings on the bumblebees, and that pollinates the flowers, and so they attract them. So I'm glad I learned that. I was just going to put sunflowers there. I didn't know why I was going to put them there. Just because, you know, I see people putting them there. Don't laugh at me. Okay, so I have watermelon. And the watermelon really has taken off. I was nervous to do watermelon. I was like, it's not going to grow here. But it is very healthy, very thick, velvety. Texture, just awesome. I have some more green peppers. And I did leave some of them in these little containers. That's another, I believe, watermelon. Yeah, watermelons. And all of this is in, and see, this is the issue I'm saying, like, oh, this is collards. I just haven't been doing well, and I think it's just been solely because it's just been so hot. The peas seems like they were thriving. Some more tomatoes seem like they're thriving well. I have one strawberry plant. I'm not going to even pick any fruit off it this year. I've heard that if you break off where you see fruit growing, it can focus back on the growth of the plant and it can be a big plant. So that's what I'm going to do this whole year. I'm not going to, I have to buy strawberries this year. You know, just keep pitching that back and letting it grow bigger. I have a string beans, and someone gave me these little containers, so I said, you know what, I'm going to put some string beans in here, or beans, and that's what I did. And they came up pretty nice. My husband had an old like fence, and he said you can use that for them to run up. So I thought that was a great idea. And these are a lot of tomatoes. And these all came from the thinning of that one pot that had about 30 in them, I think. Lettuce, not doing too well. I still have a lot. I just tried a few seeds, and what I did, I put it in the paper towel, and then and then I planted it. I saw a bug, and then I planted them, and it to me is not doing too well. So I'm gonna do those over. I have a bug that's bothering me. Again, peppers, and we're gonna move on, and that is Scotty playing. Okay. All right, and I have more corn. And the corn is really doing that. Corn really came up very, very well. In my last video, I showed you this little bin that I had for potatoes, sweet potatoes. I didn't do it right. The lady gave me a thing, and I just planted it. I didn't know that I had to put it in the water, let it grow roots and all of that stuff. So I'm having a hard time finding a sweet potato that is organic, because the one that I have grew roots, but I didn't grow the slits. So I have to either purchase some slits, or I have to go and find an organic one, because they tell me that like different places spray them and so they won't grow. So I don't know how true that is, but that's what I was told. Alright, and I forgot what these are. I think they're cantaloupe or either watermelon. And so I'm going to see how they go, and I eventually probably have to put that on the ground. So thank you for listening, and stay tuned. Bye-bye.